Chris Johnston, you have some news coming out of the Sunshine State. What's that?
Ryan McDonagh signs a year early, a 7-year extension with the Tampa Bay Lightning, $6.75 million. And it's kind of an interesting deal. For one, we thought Tampa is a potential landing spot for Erik Karlsson should Ottawa move him. But, you know, looking at their cap picture, Anton Strawman, Braden Coburn, Dan Girardi, all UFAs next summer. So perhaps there would still be room for him. And, you know, Tampa was happy with what they got from him after acquiring with the trade deadline and gets him down on a big deal. They got him and Hedman now signed long-term on their blue line.
One of the beasts in the East, remember, 113 points. They finished first in the Eastern Conference. Didn't make it, though, to the Stanley Cup final. John Shannon, you also have some news out of Montreal.
So the MacLean deal, which we've talked about already, the base is $2.25 million. There's a games played portion of the bonuses that can get him to $3 million, and if he gets lucky, another $500,000 to get to $3.5 million. Little down from his numbers of the previous contract, but pretty good. And by the way, 2 backup goalies. Hudobin confirms the deal. It goes to Dallas at $2.5 million for 2 years. Jaro Halak replaces him in Boston at $2.75 million for 2 years.
All right, and the turtleneck manufacturers in Montreal are very happy about the McLean deal. Get those red ones kicking once again. Daren.
Thank you. Ryan McDonagh and that contract that has been signed with the Tampa Bay Lightning, does that mean anything in the John Tavares scheme of things?
I don't think that they were ever in it, and I don't believe for 1 second that Steve Yzerman thought that he could get to the point where he would hold off on that. Oh, no question about that. Yeah, maybe it kind of intertwined a little bit, Daren, but no question that they paid a heavy price with the New York Rangers to get him. And they weren't interested in a one-off here or borrowing a player. It's big money. And when you factor in no state tax, he's paid amongst the top defensemen in the league.
It's huge money, and it's long-term. And you could see, I've had Mac on my teams. He's played for Team USA for me. He's a leader. He's a wonderful person. This will be a really good contract for 4 years for sure. He's under contract now for 8 more years. That's going to be hard for him because he plays the right way. He plays hard. So he gets banged up. He blocks shots. He kills penalties. Great kid. Not sure this term's going to work.
You know, it essentially knocks him out of the Karlsson sweepstakes, which I guess, I don't know if it's really sweepstakes. The thing that bothers me about the deal is 8 more years. This one is 7 years, and he's already got a year left. That takes him to 37 years of age. I think that this deal the last few years, not a great skater to begin with. I thought in the Washington series, you don't know how beat up he was, and probably was beat up, but he wasn't very good down the stretch for them in that series. So I don't like this deal, sorry.
Tampa is all in, though, again. You know, they've got Kucherov. He's got arbitration rights next year, and he's an unrestricted free agent 2 years from now. Tyler Johnson's no-trade clause kicked in at midnight this morning. They're going to have some really interesting decisions in the next couple of years. But if you win a Stanley Cup, no one's going to care because you won.
And I love how Stevie Y's doing this. He's going all in, pushing all his chips in. I love the mentality. I will see this is going to be a problem for him at some point, this deal, I believe. And I think it is a case of them saying, we're out on Tavares. It looks like we're out. We're going to commit the money elsewhere. We're not going to wait for him.